Despite the difficulty in enforcing the Montreal Protocol, the world's major producers and consumers of ozone-depleting substances have been compliant with the protocol. As a result, emissions of chlorofluorocarbons dropped precipitously after the protocol entered into force in 1989, and their concentrations in the atmosphere has followed suit. The treaty encourages certain users to substitute hydrochlorofluorocarbons for chlorofluorocarbons because hydrochlorofluorocarbons have shorter lifespans in the atmosphere. As a result, the hydrochlorofluorocarbons emissions continued to rise after 1989, but now appear to have leveled off. The Montreal Protocol has set 2015 as the year to start limiting production and consumption of hydrochlorofluorocarbons. In 2003, Kofi Annan, then Secretary General of the United Nations, declared, "Perhaps the single most successful international agreement to date has been the Montreal Protocol." Indeed, global ozone concentrations have stabilized and are anticipated to return to pre-1980 levels sometime after 2060. Without the Montreal Protocol, the ozone levels in the upper atmosphere would be 20 to 40% lower than they are today, and average temperatures at sea level would be 0 to 1 degree warmer in the northern hemisphere. An economic analysis of the Montreal Protocol indicates that its benefits vastly exceeds its costs. Two United Nations organizations, the World Meteorological Organization and the UN Environmental Program, established in 1988 the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, an international group of scientists and other experts to assess the causes of climate change, its potential and environmental and socioeconomic consequences, and adaptation and mitigation options to respond to it. The Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change issued its first assessment report in 1990, concluding that emissions from human activities are substantially increasing the atmospheric concentrations of greenhouse gases, and that this will enhance the greenhouse effect and result in additional warming of the Earth's surface. These conclusions prompted the drafting of the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change in 1992 at the Earth Summit in Rio de Janeiro. Only 4 states in the world have failed to ratify this treaty: Andorra, the Holy See, Iraq, and Somalia. The UN Framework Convention on Climate Change, like other international conventions, primarily outlines procedural matters. It encouraged signatories to take measures that anticipate, prevent, or minimize the causes of climate change and that mitigate its adverse effects, but all such measures are voluntary. It obligates signatories to develop, periodically update, and publish a national inventory of human sources and sinks of greenhouse gases. It designates sovereign states as either developing, Annex I industrialized states, or Annex II developed states. Developing states have no immediate limits to their greenhouse gas emissions, but may receive funds and technologies from Annex II states to help mitigate their emissions. Annex I states have the objective of limiting their greenhouse gas emissions to 1990 levels. Annex II states are Annex I states with the added responsibility of providing funds and technologies to developing states for conducting greenhouse gas inventories and adapting to adverse effects of climate change.